Morning. Interesting situation this morning, folks. Completely closed the back. No idea why. Just got here. I haven't had a chance to speak to anybody. Did see an important-looking vehicle leaving the central gate rather. Very curious. Here's a VIP worker. He's like, I am Colonel Montgomery Wright Brown McGowan. Let me in. And boom, in he goes. Guard change this morning, which is why it's even more curious that everything is super locked down. However, I'm going to guess, my money, with all of these tourists here waiting to see what happens next, is that the captain is here.
Feel free. If you want to get a picture.
So it looks like it was the Major General. Yeah, Major General. Yeah. Could have been.
That's the general one.
Wait, hold on a second. Those are not British troops.
I think they're countries like
Commonwealth countries. Could be.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Corporal of Horse. Interesting. How long ago did they leave? Oh, seriously, I just got here 2 minutes later. Just my luck. Well, that certainly explains why everything's closed. Okay, looks like there were some Commonwealth bigwigs here this morning, people, apparently, and that's why the yard is locked down. It's also why the changeover seems to be running a teeny-weeny bit over time. Past 11, which means that right now it should be changeover time. It certainly will be soon. There's a good number of people here actually waiting. Yeah, no idea without looking at the calendar what day it might well be in terms of something famous, unusual, interesting. Corporal of Horse. Okay, slightly curious changeover today. Bollards are coming up. Okay, semi-security restored. Now, how are they going to change over the horses until they leave the gates open? Very curious. MOD bigwig would be my guess in the middle. No idea who he is. Okay, so here are the other blues. So it's a sort of locked down changeover. Very odd. In fact, I've just realised they're not going to change over the regiment. So something last minute has changed. Because if they're changing over the blues horses now, that means they're not handing over the regiment to the lifeguards. Goodness, okay, that's a surprise. Until last night, I was told there was going to be a regimental handover this morning. Big surprise. Hey, we like surprises. Definite bigwig.
Oi! The front! Return! Sword!
again, he'll open the gates at the back. Curious. He's having a little bit of issue expelling something, it seems. Look at this, bouncing guard. Oh, going. It was much more pronounced a few minutes ago. He was really trying to push something out. I'm pretty sure that it wasn't the toys that he swallowed either. A little bit early for that, that's coming later in the day. That horse, by the way, people, is Oxford. I say that with about 98% certainty. Recognise the muscle. Oh, thank you, tourists, for just walking straight across the phone. Curious morning. So morning inspection was clearly cancelled. Utterly bizarre. No morning inspection. No, I don't think so. Very interesting.
Smell it.
I'm just thinking, what is that funny smell? Now I've just realised the horse is making a little pattern for the tourists. Lovely. Naughty horse is expelling this tourist repellent liquid, which tends to work wonders with the tourists. Upside to not being in a morning inspection is that it means we're not going to get massively distracted by regimental handover. However, this apparent last-minute change of plan would have caught, I'm sure, the Blues by surprise. As I say, yeah, as of yesterday, I was told that the lifeguards would be taking over this morning. Very curious.
Moet ik daar gaan staan? Kom hier, dan zie je straks. Wacht. Zo met poep. Hey bro. Wow. Wat kan bij die andere team? Hem laten lachen. Peace, my brother.
Interesting moment. Okay, let's say they're going to go be stupid at the other end. I mean, they are stupid, so it's pretty much inevitable. Let's see. Oh, look at this! Damn it! Sensor camera and buzzed off. Always the case. Now past the ones that always run away.
He likes you. Very good. He likes you.
I would try and find out, as mentioned earlier, who was here this morning and for what. It was probably something pretty straightforward, bureaucratic, nothing major, but yeah, still interesting that it was very much kept under wraps.
Hey, die nigga heeft honger.
Too many clowns. Right, let me see if I can find out what was happening this morning. Very interesting. Hey, morning. No inspection, I guess. Okay. All right, thank you. Was it who was here? Apparently there's some big wigs this morning. It was like it was closed. Yeah. Oh, but above our pay grade, mine and yours, everyone's here. Looks like. Thank you. Okay, so police being coy. Of course they know who they were, but you know what? I understand they can't tell me. For the same reason they can't tell anyone else. I am but a tourist. In other words, no one. Okay, so the changeover is actually happening in the afternoon. How's about that? It's been an awful long time since I remember having a changeover in the afternoon. Oh, cheeky trooper here, playing hide and seek with the camera. He's like, don't film me, I'm going to stand behind the post till you move away with your camera. Not sure what he's doing. Perhaps he's oh, there we go, chains up. Damn, it's a bit busy inside today, lots of people there. Oh, hold on a second, so the chain's not going up. Oh, wait, let me... civilians with their cart, supply cart. I don't know what sort of product's going on in that car, but it's a very busy car. It's back and forwards all the time. Okay, so the tourist repellent chains are up. A lot of people don't know this, but those chains can be electrified. But the problem is, so many tourists were complaining about their new haircuts after they touched the chains that they turned the electric supply off. Yeah, it's a pity, because some tourists used to come along, all like flat hair or whatever, push against the chain too hard, and boom, they'd end up with an instant perm. Okay, this morning as well, it's Wednesday, which means there is a guard change at Buckingham Palace. That is ongoing. Why is it a good thing? Because if it's ongoing, it means all of the madness is not here yet. It will be. Good Lord, the stink at this end this morning is extraordinary. I wonder people are staying well back. Hardly say I blame them. I think it's Jedward. God looking in to see if they were too close. Oh goodness me, who's this? Very senior looking fellow. Can't quite see, in fact, the rank. I'm sure somebody will know. Interesting. And unexpected. Maybe across to the Ministry of Defence, actually. I'm not going to pester him because it would be unfair, so let's focus on the horse. This horse, Oxford, guys, is enormous. Look, you can see 17 hands 3 with a horse. Easy, I would guess, probably 1,000 kilos minimum, and some massive girth as well as the height of the horse. We like to see those, isn't it? The bigger horses. I mean, far less chance of something going wrong because the tourists are less keen to get super close. They certainly don't take the mick when the horses are bigger. I just have many times. A curious phenomenon. Size repellent horses. They're all sort of watching or waiting for someone else to go over. They're not being brave enough. You can see how big it is, look, compared to the height of the lady that just stood next to it. Still not quite as large as our dearly departed Quasi, leaving the two largest blues horses that serve here regularly at horseguards as being this horse, Oxford, and of course the magnificent Monty, who was here just a few days ago. He's not here, to the best of my knowledge, with his current squadron. I didn't see him the day before yesterday, which means it's highly unlikely he was here, especially having been here on the previous 2.5 days stag things when the Blues were here the last time. Horse on this side, not sure. Very unusual looking horse. It seems you're going to say for a second it's Monty, but it's not. It's not large enough. It's a Monty-esque mini Monty. Looks like a small version of Monty. I really hope I'm not mistaken. Look at those 4 white socks and that blaze on the front. Difficult one actually. Not big enough, but a beautiful horse nonetheless. Unless Oxford is so massive that he's tricking me into believing that Monty suddenly shrunk. I'm really confused. Again, I'll try and confirm later. I refer to my rogues gallery of naughty horses. Same issue as at the other end though, people are reluctant to get super close. Oh, don't touch the reins, little bro. Very curious bunch here this morning, in fact. Lots of, what am I looking for? Track-suited teenagers who it seems or sounds, to my mind, as though they're speaking Dutch, maybe Flemish. It's really hard to know for sure. Language is not being my strong point. 17 minutes past 11, which means the next major event will be that palace guard change completing. Oxford, very, very good side-on view. Look, how magnificent, eh? It really does look like a royal horse, doesn't it? In every possible way. Very regal looking. Towers over the tourist. Ears as well, even the shape of the ears, look. Magnificent. Look, he's like, dude, I'm not going anywhere near that horse. Love you, but it's not worth risking it. That's what he's saying to his friend. Unless you come with me. Well, we go to the other horse, which is smaller. His friend's like, no, I like this one. Halfway down the street. Which I know a lot of you think should be the distance that tourists are held at anyway. Wondering actually. Back to this week's calendar. I think this morning, I think it's Irish. Actually, no, wait. This morning, there have been a lot of extra attention at Buckingham Palace because, let's look at the schedule, 90% certain it was the Royal Artillery, 19th Regiment Royal Artillery. Maybe the 11th. Yeah, they just took over from the Welsh Guards at the Palace. There would have been a lot of regiment spotters heading into London for that. That was the first full guard, I believe, other than the admin mount on Sunday for the Royal Artillery Regiment. Big deal, actually. It's been many months. The last guest regiment, as it were, at the Palace were engineer regiment. That was months ago, during the coronation period. We'll be here, the first Spanish language group just arrived on my right. Curious moment on the way to work. But hey, why not? One thing that will be a first if it happens, apparently the regimental changeover will be today, but they've moved it from AM, which is kind of 95% of the time, to PM. So what will happen is after the 4 o'clock inspection this afternoon, typically speaking, the regiment will swap over. So the Blues will ride out to the back, wait for the lifeguards to arrive. We'll have the same handover we typically see in the mornings in the afternoon. Now that isn't super unusual. However, it's been weeks, many weeks, potentially even a few months since the last time that happened. In fact, it was so long ago I don't even remember when it was. June maybe? Now, depending on how busy today is and what happens, I will try to be here for that this afternoon, because it will be a full inspection, then a regimental handover, which will actually be, if I'm here to capture it, it'll be the first time I've captured all of that in one of these lengthy narrated 4K videos, which a lot of you seem to like, as much as the horse likes her apparently. The other variable, and again I didn't know about it because I haven't been here this morning, could be a long guard. What's a long guard? Oh! Oopsie. Very fast reactions from the boy there. A long guard. When the royal stand is up at Buckingham Palace, meaning that His Majesty is in residence, there will be 2 officers here on guard, horse guards. More importantly, there will be, or more significantly, I would say, not actually more importantly, more significantly, there will be a trumpeter as well, who plays a royal salute. I've seen it many times, filmed it many times, but never actually yet had the opportunity to get it in one of these videos. So today potentially could be a very unique day, so unique that it will be, I'm really thinking back long time ago since we had that coronation, I guess maybe even earlier. Really don't remember the last afternoon changeover. Okay, in 5 minutes the guard should leave his post. The guard over here, this side, gatesman, should in theory leave his post and go to the front to do his rounds. At that point, when we hear the bing bong up the top, right up there, guys, bell tower with the clock. At that point, the guard change will also finish at Buckingham Palace. And a good 50% plus of those people that will be at that guard change with the Royal Artillery Regiment will head this way. They always do. See it super regularly on the guard change days. The interesting thing will be if people were hoping to dash down and spot the regimental handover, they won't get that. So this morning, another curious thing, at Buckingham Palace, one of the major attractions about watching the guard change at the palace is the fact that you get to see these guys, either the Blues and Royals and or the lifeguards, riding by in full ceremonial kit on their horses. Oh, tourists think that the guard's angry. He's not, he's just hasting. Yeah, but that wouldn't have happened this morning. If the regiment is not out and about until the handover this afternoon for whatever reason, I'm guessing it's because those bigwigs were here and they had to close up the back. Some things are, bizarre as it might sound, even more important than the King's Lifeguard. pacing done. Certainly scared the tourists away, isn't it? Yep, scared them right away, to be fair. So we're going through the front gate with a TV rig. I don't think he's going to stop here. I always try to spot that. If somebody's here with a TV rig, it's almost always because they're making a documentary. And I do try and speak to people that are here with pro kit, because it's a good way to find out not only what they're shooting, but when it will air. Back at the front with massive Oxford. And like I said, guys, look, plenty of people here, but hesitation all round for obvious reasons. This is so big, they're not getting close, no? Let's hope that Mr. Mustard doesn't get in trouble. Colonel Mustard. Very curious as nobody actually took his picture. I think he just wanted to show the horse's bum. Yeah, the horse wasn't interested there. He said, no offence, you're not my type. We need a basketball team to turn up, everybody, otherwise this horse is going to dominate every tourist that turns up. Look, see how reluctant they are even to get close. I don't think anyone will be able to pull the reins on this horse because it's too high from the ground. Which might actually be the reason that they brought him over. It's got to be a gelding, surely, folks. I mean, it looks kind of, how to say it? I was going to say ladylike. Oh, Trooper there's got somebody's kit. Not sure whose kit that is. I do know 100% it's not mine. Oh, stranger waving the camera. Like, what on earth? Curious morning. I'm just trying to spot which end. At the moment, people are not congregating at either end because both of the horses are quite intimidating. I'd be most interested to see what happens potentially, guys, in part 2, if there is a part 2 to this a little bit later. If there does end up being a part 2, i.e. this morning's rush, it might end up then being a 3-parter today. 1, 2, 3. That said, I think the last 3-part day was Sunday, and you guys didn't seem to have a problem with that. I sometimes worry that there'll be too much material, but hey, you know, if there's a lot going on, 3 videos worth, then hey, that's what I'll post. Yeah, I think that's a good goal actually. What I'll do is I'll end this video in a minute or two, and we'll go for a second video if and when that deluge arrives. Lastly, if there is a long guard and or regimental changeover, it'd be wonderful if it's both. Goodness knows how long it's been since I've seen the 2 happen at once. I'm going into the tunnel, everybody, not because I'm running away, but because I've noticed that the guard decided to walk into the tunnel. He's going to come back now. Here he comes. back to the front gate. It's always winding well out of the way, as you can see. Which, to be fair, ideal world, that's how it should be. And there we have it, folks. Round's complete, at least until the next changeover of the foot guards, Chitsman, Boxman, Hardingshot, Glorious Oxford, and Notorious. If only it were like this often, eh? If only.